Feeling overwhelmed with all the content production that you have to do for your Instagram? I absolutely get it. I used to spend hours every single day creating content for Instagram so I could show up consistently. It wasn't productive at all. I felt like I was stuck on the sort of content production hamster wheel, and I really needed to find a better way to manage this. Today I spend a lot less time on my content because I found the perfect way to batch produce all my content and stay on top of the game. And I'm about to show you how I do that. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, an Instagram and marketing expert, and I help service-based businesses build and scale their business with the power of Instagram. So if that's you, don't forget to hit subscribe, but also hit the bell so you can stay tuned for more content. So today I'm gonna take you through 6 game-changing steps to really learn how to batch produce your content in the most efficient and productive way possible. And stay tuned until the end, because at the end I'm even gonna share some game-changing tips to really make this all a lot easier, and I'm gonna share an amazing free tool with you. So first things first, content pillars. So before you're gonna even start thinking of batching your content, you really need to identify content pillars. So what are content pillars? Content pillars are basically gonna be 3 to 5 topics that you're continuously gonna talk about on your Instagram. Make sure that these pillars are in line with your brand and are also topics that you know your ideal client or your target audience will be interested in. So for example, on my Instagram, I have 4 content pillars, namely Instagram growth, monetization, marketing, and content strategy, which obviously makes a lot of sense as I'm helping service-based businesses build and scale their business with Instagram. So having content pillars will really help you to make sure that you send out a cohesive message to your audience, but it will also help you to sort of guide you through it and avoid any last-minute posting that will most probably not be very valuable. Then second of all, analyze your content. Yep, I want you to really spend some time on your content, analyzing what worked, what didn't work, draw conclusions from that so you can create better content in the future. So I'm basically gonna show you how I do this for myself. So basically you go to Instagram, and from there you're gonna select insights. So you scroll down to content you shared, and from there you're gonna see an overview of all the content you shared based on reach, saves, anything like that. So basically if you click on the arrows, you're gonna from there see that you can filter on the metric comments, follows, likes. Something I absolutely love to check is saves, because that shows that my ideal client thought that that piece of content was extremely valuable. So we're gonna filter for saves. So from there I can see that, for example, these top posts performed really well. So 50K followers in 1 year, best Instagram grids to try out, the content ideas, and so forth. So I'm gonna analyze my content, draw conclusions from there. So here I can see that my carousels performed really well on saves. I have a few single posts that performed well. Overall, it shows again what I keep saying. Pictures are great, but they do not perform well when it comes to really providing value. I can also analyze based on, let's say, reach, to see how many people I reach with my posts. From here I have obviously different insights, but again you'll see that the post that got the most saves also reached the most people, because this was just simply very valuable content. These insights will allow you to understand what you need to create more of, or even what you can repurpose back onto your Instagram or other channels. I actually have a really great YouTube video showing my entire repurposing machine. Click on the banner above to check it out. Honestly, it is value packed, so if you want to build a repurposing machine, this video is for you. Then third of all, you're gonna start brainstorming on content ideas. Ideally, you really want to brainstorm for a few weeks ahead. Ideally, that could be, let's say, 1 or 2 weeks, or even a full month ahead. This is basically gonna be one giant brain dump based on the analysis that you did from your post, based on your content pillars, and obviously also based on your overall content strategy. Ideally, you're gonna probably want to put this in some sort of Google Sheet so you can really keep an overview of what you're gonna be posting on which day, what kind of format that is gonna look like, and obviously make sure that that content idea is properly planned into your schedule. What I usually do is I actually brainstorm usually for an entire month ahead, because it really helps me to stay in my zone of genius when I'm actually creating the content, writing it out, coming up with the ideas, and then I'm set for the whole month ahead. I'm actually curious, do you plan your content in advance? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Then fourth step is you're gonna start writing out the content. Yes, that's gonna be all your content. So you're gonna write out literally exactly what you're gonna be putting in your reels, in your carousels, in your single posts. Even if you're just posting a picture, you want to know what you're gonna be putting in the caption. Ideally, you're probably gonna want to start writing your carousels because they're a bit, they're a bit more work. So how I usually do this, I literally take a Google document and I will start writing slide per slide what the text will be on that slide. This will really make sure that you have a good flow in your carousel, that you stick to the content rather than getting caught up with the design. You want to make sure that you stick to having good content, as in the value inside your carousel should be really good. Plus, in case you will ever outsource or you're outsourcing already to a graphic designer, you can literally just send them the document and your briefing is ready to go. For my reels, I will literally already describe what that reel will look like, or I will even write out line per line what I want to be saying in a reel, because as you know, reels are literally 15 or 30 seconds long, so they're very snappy, so you really have to think carefully about what you're gonna bring in that video. For a single post, same thing, you're really gonna describe a bit what you wanna have in that single post, write out the text already, and for a picture with a caption, pretty straightforward, you can already start writing the actual caption, so you're ready to go. So all of this might actually take a bit of work depending on how creative you are. Speaking of, that is exactly why I want you to do this all at once and really listen to your creativity here. If you have a day where you're feeling completely uninspired, don't push yourself to batch write all your content, because you're probably just gonna waste hours of your valuable time sitting around and not really getting to a good result anyway. Then we're getting to the phase where you create the content. So now it's time to actually turn your amazing content into something more visual. Again, try to batch this all together at once. Imagine you have 5 reels to do for the month ahead. Well, then why not take a day where you create those 5 reels at once, because you can, get pretty, get dressed up, whatever it is that you need to do to film those reels, and just do them all in one day so you don't lose too much time getting into it, because obviously writing a caption for a picture or designing a carousel is completely different than filming a reel. Same goes for your graphic design. So if you're designing your carousels and your single posts, you might want to batch them together so you don't lose too much time getting into it every single time you get to a new piece of content. To design your post, I would recommend using either Canva or even Photoshop for those professionals among you. So here's basically that step that makes a massive difference in your business, because you're gonna batch everything together, which will obviously win so much time in the future. And then last of all, you're gonna want to schedule your content. Why is this so important? You want to avoid sort of posting on the moment with those on the fly sort of captions last minute. A scheduling tool I would really recommend here, and that is absolutely free and amazing, is Facebook Creator Studio. It's a tool literally by Facebook itself, aka Instagram. It's free, it's native to Facebook and Instagram. I definitely recommend it. You can pretty much schedule anything on there, going from single posts, videos, carousels, even your stories. The only thing that you can't schedule on there yet are Instagram Reels. For Reels, what I recommend is just to already produce them and then save them in your drafts. Maybe just to be sure, already save the video as well, because I know Reels does have some glitches still and you might actually end up losing your reel, especially when you log out and stuff like that. But definitely Reels, keep that separately, because that's not possible to schedule just yet. So today we covered these 6 steps to help you batch create your content, and I wanted to end this video with still 3 productivity tips to help you with implementing all of this. First of all, I want you to start small. So when I started batch producing my content, I literally only batched my content for a few days or sometimes 1 week, whereas right now I do batch for a whole month ahead. But take it step by step, start small and see what's possible, and then you can build it up from there. Then the second step is to really break up each step of the process. So as I mentioned before, really take time to, for example, create all your reels the same day, write all your content the same day and stuff like that. The more you break it up, the more productive you'll be and the more you'll stay in the zone when you're actually doing it. And then third of all, I really want you to plan these batch production days. You're gonna have to prioritize them regularly to stay on top of your planning and be proactive rather than reactive. I understand that this batching process might seem a bit overwhelming at first, but I assure you it is actually really simple, and if you just follow it step by step, you'll notice that you'll start winning a lot of time. It will be a lot more enjoyable and you won't feel as much on the content creation hamster wheel. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up. If you want to learn more about Instagram, I really recommend you to check out this video on how to grow an account on Instagram from scratch in 2021. I hope to see you soon, and I'm sending you lots of good vibes.